The Minutemen are one of four main factions in Fallout 4. They are portrayed as a savior of the Commonwealth kind of faction, so naturally, a lot of people go with their ending for their good playthrough. But I always thought the Minutemen were far weaker than the Brotherhood and the Institute, even after you rebuilt them throughout the whole game. Today I will try to fix these issues using a bunch of mods. Keep in mind I won't use any traditional Overhaul mods such as We Are the Minutemen or Liberty Reborn for two main reasons. Firstly, those mods will most likely have conflicts with other mods in this video, and secondly, I want to do a separate video reviewing each of them in detail. So this mod list is completely custom. With all that being said, let's now jump into the mods. Let's start with a few armor and clothing mods. I couldn't find any traditional armor replacer for the Minutemen as most of them were part of bigger Overhaul mods, and the ones that were standalone either didn't look good or they were too far from the vanilla design. This is why I recommend Tumbajamba's Minutemen Marshal, Ranger, and Scout outfit. These armors are very unique looking, yet still look like Minutemen armor. The Marshal and the Ranger armor have a few recolors too. The Scout armor doesn't have any recolors but has 3 variations of gas masks. I personally like the mask with the cowboy hat. Kinda gives me that post-apocalyptic gunslinger type of vibe. Did you ever find it kinda weird that the only way to get Minutemen clothes is by looting them from corpses? This mod fixes that by adding a Minutemen equipment builder in the workshop. There is a wide variety of items to choose from. This mod not only adds a reliable source of Minutemen items for you, but also boosts immersion as the Minutemen no longer get their armors from nowhere and actually use a machine to produce them. Dogmeat Minutemen armor is a pretty simple mod as it replaces Dogmeat's default armor with this one. It's just a simple mod to go well with your Minutemen playthrough, nothing special. Diverse Minutemen mod adds a total of 150 new faces to the face pool of generic Minutemen NPCs. This makes each NPC stand out from one another and look distinct. Now personally, I don't pay much attention to generic NPCs, so I can't tell you if these NPCs are new or not, but they do look kinda unique, so I am guessing they are. It's a good mod to have anyway, not just for Minutemen, but also for all the factions in the game. Minutemen Morale Pack adds a total of 28 custom Minutemen-themed decoration items to the game ranging from banners, flags, posters, paintings, and more. These are pretty well made and don't feel like modded items for the most part. Now, I am pretty sure it doesn't actually boost the morale of the Minutemen, but it is still nice to decorate your Minutemen outposts with these decorations. Next are 2 weapon mods. Minutemen Weapons Pack Redux adds 4 new and unique weapons to the Minutemen Arsenal. All of them have a Minutemen insignia, and also their overall look really match the Minutemen style. I personally don't like the handgun too much, it's just way too smooth looking and also pretty inaccurate. But for the most part, all of these weapons look great, and are also pretty fun to use. Minutemen Arsenal, on the other hand, only adds 1 new weapon and 1 new grenade, but it drastically changes Minutemen's iconic weapon, the laser musket, as well as changing some other things. The laser musket is now called Sullivan Break Laser, and it now doesn't consume ammo. Instead, it kinda works as the recharger pistols from New Vegas. I do like this change, but I would have liked it more if there was a mechanic where you have to mash X repeatedly to charge it faster. However, I completely get that it may not be possible in this engine. The newly added laser pistol isn't particularly great in terms of stats, but it does look pretty good. This mod also adds 2 new blade types for the Revolutionary Sword, which adds the Minutemen insignia to the regular and stun version of the sword. Faction Housing Overhaul. The castle adds a new player home as an interior of the castle. It's a pretty compact player home with lots of clutter and decorations. Now, this mod is a bit less interactive than some people might like. Some people also might not like the fact that there are no weapon, armor, or chem stations in the player home. Personally, I don't mind it as you can just do this. Next are a few mods that let you control your Minutemen soldiers. The first one is Reinforcement Radio. Upon starting this mod, you can find this guy called Drill Sergeant. He will give you these training manuals. The actual radio can be crafted at a chem station. The radio can be used to call in Minutemen soldiers, give them specific orders, see their status, and of course dismiss them. Unlike the flare gun though, these NPCs will spawn almost instantly, which might be immersion breaking for some, but I am a new Vegas player, so I don't mind.
Guess I'll be around Novak for a while longer until I...
The previously mentioned training manuals can be used to buy better equipped squads. You can also find and craft upgrades for these squads, which upon activating give specific buffs to them. The next one is Radiant Squads. Upon activating this mod, you will get a quest about a new NPC called Master Sergeant Hartfield. She gives you an exposition about how you need more soldiers in the Minutemen. Her voice actress did an excellent job voicing her.
Master Sergeant Anna Hartfield, Commonwealth Minutemen. At your service, General. I've been tracking Preston since I heard that he is still alive, but just managed to catch up now.
She tells you to set up this new item called the Squad Radio. After that, you can buy squads, guards, and even settlers from her. You can send these squads to any of the Radiant Minutemen missions, or you can send them on scavenger hunts. You can buy up to 3 squads. When idle, the squads will be found hanging around the castle. You can make any of the squads follow you by talking to the squad leader and even promote each of the squad members to your liking. I included both of these mods as both of them do different things while being kinda same. The first one lets you instantly spawn the squad and also gives you greater customization opportunities. The second one lets you send them on missions and also seamlessly integrates them in the world. I personally like Radiant Squads mod more, but both of them are great on their own merits. Who's the General mod lets you finish most Minutemen quests without needing to report back to Preston. Because, you know, you are the General, not him. Preston also doesn't immediately give you a new mission every time you talk to him. He will now only talk about the mission if you use the "How are you doing" or chat function in the dialogue tree. Additionally, the Freedom Radio now broadcasts even if you are not tuned in, but you can only get quests from it when in the castle or listening from the Pip-Boy. These changes resolve minor annoyances and make the game more enjoyable. You and What Army 2 mod makes a few changes and adds some new things in the game. There are these small Minutemen shacks scattered all over the Commonwealth. These are mostly situated in between supply routes and kinda work as small outposts / resting stations. You can also find a lot of Minutemen on the roads escorting provisioners from one settlement to another. This mod also adds 3 new structures in the defense section of the workshop: Minutemen Campfire, Minutemen Watchtower, and Minutemen Bunks. These new structures add high-level Minutemen to the settlements and boost their defense significantly. I always thought the open season quest from the Nuka world was really dumb. The game expects you to wipe out hundreds of raiders by yourself like you are Doom Guy or something. Minutemen Takeover Nuka World mod fixes that by letting you call a huge number of Minutemen soldiers to aid you in this battle. This mod turns this quest into something else entirely by making it feel like an actual large-scale battle. After getting rid of the raiders, the surviving Minutemen will stay at Nuka World permanently and will roam around the place. I only found one Minutemen companion, and he is Buttons. Buttons was sent to Sunshine Tidings Co-op by Preston to find settlers or something. He has a small backstory and some funny lines here and there.
Oh my god!
What? Who? Where? What's going on? Oh, shit! Are we under attack? God, I always fall for that.
He uses a rifle in combat and has a cowardly nature. Now, you can use him with any faction you want, but because you find him as a Minuteman, it is kind of a no-brainer to include him in this list. Oh, one more thing, he hates cannibalism, but as of yet it doesn't ruin your relationship with him. Buffed Minutemen Militia adds distinct ranks for the Minutemen. Higher level Minutemen use better weapons and armor. I don't really have too much to say as that's just it. Additionally, this mod lets you craft the flare gun from the chem bench and also increases Minutemen's aggressiveness. Minutemen Supply Cache adds hidden caches all around the Commonwealth. The chests mostly contain building equipments. You can find the key for the chest near the old general's dead body. The amount of supplies the chests contain are pretty good, especially in the early game. This incentivizes exploration and sometimes tells smaller stories. I highly recommend this mod even for a regular playthrough as it just adds a good system in the game. And last but not least, we have Minutemen Radio Freedom, Patriotic Music Extender. This mod replaces the measly 11 tracks from the base game with 111 ones. From what I have listened, the music fits into Fallout 4 pretty well. Unfortunately, I can't play them for you as most of them are copyright protected, but I hope my word is enough for you to consider this mod. And with that, I end this video. Initially, I wanted to add even the Overhaul mods into this video, but I will take a look at them some other day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.